Oh my gosh, I need to get back to study for my final.
Your what?
Oh, it's a test in school.
Oh, I've never been to school. Peasants like me aren't allowed to. It goes against the feudal contract.
What's the feudal contract? My test is all about that.
Like me, pledges their loyalty to a lord in exchange for land and work. For the rest of our lives, we have to work under this lord. We do get some benefits, such as protection.
Wow, that's crazy. So how did this all start?
This started with the fall of Rome in 476.
What happened?
So, Roman Empire was really, really powerful, but soon they started to spend their money on unnecessary things. And this led to them being invaded by barbarians from the east and eventually falling.
So what happened next?
Then the church came to power, and this was important because a lot of people had lost hope in their life, and the church kind of gave people something to believe in. And the church was able to rise to power really easily because people needed something like that at this time.
Wow, that is crazy. Thanks so much for telling me. That will help me a lot in my final.
Sorry, I gotta get back to my work now.
Bye. Excuse me, could you tell me where we are?
We're in Rome, Italy.
What is your name?
I'm Johannes Gutenberg.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
Really?
Yeah. I forgot what you did though.
Oh, I made the printing press in 1455. It was one of my favorite creations.
Oh.
It helped documents like the Bible spread across Europe and the rest of the world. That's why Christianity is so big. All because of me.
Wow, there's colored printers all over the world. It really did spread quickly.
I'm so flattered. My amazing creation helped create the Renaissance. It was one of the causes.
Wow, that is so fascinating.
I know, it's all because of me.
Thank you so much.
Oh, of course, anytime.
Thank you.
Wow, we usually don't see women around the dock. What brings you here?
I don't know, maybe you can help me. What is your name?
I'm Christopher Columbus, but I don't think I can help you. I'm about to find a new sea route to Asia by traveling west. King Ferdinand finally agreed to let me go.
Why are you traveling?
So, for 3 reasons mainly: God, glory, and gold. Spain really wants a lot of resources like gold so we can build our empire and be super powerful. We also want to spread Christianity, which is where God comes in. Also, we want the glory of having a super powerful army and empire.
Wow, this is really helpful for my world cultures test.
What's a test?
Hi, sir. Could you tell me what the date is?
The year is 1518.
Oh, are people still exploring?
What a silly question. Of course they are. I'm Hernando Cortez, and I'm traveling to the Americas to claim more land for Spain.
Wow, that's hard.
It is, but we also have 3 main advantages over the native people, which are guns, germs, and steel. We have powerful weapons to overtake them, and our diseases that we are now immune to wipe them out in large numbers.
Oh, so that's how Spain was able to conquer Mexico so quickly.
What do you mean? What's Mexico?
Never mind. So how are you planning on developing the land that you find?
Well, our trading system with Africa allows us to get slaves and trade for goods. We can use these slaves to develop the land that we find.
Wow. Wow, it's chilly here compared to Spain. Excuse me, where are we?
We're in Wittenberg, Germany, October 31st, 1517.
Who are you?
My name is Martin Luther. I work at the university across the street.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm writing 95 theses or complaints about the Pope.
Wow, it seems like you really have a problem against the Pope.
I do. When I went on a religious pilgrimage from 1510 to 1512, I noticed a lot of things that seemed wrong with the church, such as spending money on worldly pleasures, prostitution, and selling of indulgences.
Wow, that's great. It seems like religion plays a big role in everyday life here.
It does. We trust it a lot. However, I think it's time for me to make my own religion and fix the things I think the church is doing wrong.
Wow, that's awesome. It was great meeting you.
Great meeting you.
Bye. Excuse me, what's happening?
Oh, so Henry VIII just divorced his wife, Catherine of Aragon. So the country's kind of going crazy right
Why
now.
did he divorce her?
So he really wanted a son. That was his father's dying wish to him. Like, you have to have a son, if nothing else. And so Catherine couldn't have a son for him, so he got really angry and he divorced her. However, he was originally Catholic, and with the Catholic religion, you can't divorce your wife. So then he switched to Protestantism. So yeah,
Wow, that's crazy. Thank you
I
for the
know, it's
information.
wild.
Hi, you must be Queen Elizabeth.
I am, and who are you?
I'm Riley. I'm here to ask you a few questions. What are you doing to ease the religious tension?
I reinstated the act of supremacy that my father Henry VIII created. This makes people accept me as the one true leader of the England Church because I just reinstated Protestantism as the national religion.
How have people responded to this?
So far, so good. This also is important because people are starting to accept me as a more powerful leader since I'm just a woman ruling on my own.
That's good. Why don't you want to get married?
I think that I'm strong enough to rule a country on my own and that I don't need another person to help me do that.
That's good. You seem so independent. What's going on?
Charles I is being executed.
What did you do?
He was tried for treason against the throne.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was super bad. So in 1643, this huge civil war started because the king wanted to become an absolute monarch. That means that he wanted to have all this power so none of the people could have any power. But the parliament didn't want this, and Charles didn't really go along well with the parliament. So then the parliamentarians, sometimes called the Roundheads, they went against the supporters of King Charles in the Civil War. And Charles eventually lost, so now he's being tried for treason for all of his crimes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He even went against the Magna Carta.
What's the Magna Carta?
So the Magna Carta is a document that was signed by King John in 1215. It says basically that the king isn't above the law.
Wow, thanks for the information. That was very helpful.
Oh, of course, anytime. Hey, who are you?
I'll have you arrested. I'm the king.
No, you're not. I am.
Jesus, guys, calm down. I just want to know what's going on.
What's happening? These two are trying to kick me out of the country. It's outrageous.
Why don't they like you?
Here's what happened. I was the king of France and still am the king of France. All the Catholics and Huguenots fighting was giving me a lot of trouble. And de Guise decided to try to take the crown because he wanted some of my fame. Then I asked Navarre for help and he helped get me back on my feet. But de Guise is still really mad about that.
It was the most trouble we've had in years. The last huge fight was during the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre.
What's that?
So when Catherine de' Medici was ruling behind Henry III, his brother Charles XI threw a big party for me because I was marrying Charles's sister. However, Catherine de' Medici didn't really like that me and my whole family were Huguenots, so she tried to kill all of us. I barely escaped with my life, but before we knew it, 3,000 Huguenots across Paris had died.
That's awful. Are you still Protestant?
No, I'm still Catholic now. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Paris is well worth the mass.
Who's gonna be king after you're done, Henry?
So my son Louis XIII will rule, and then his son, if all goes to plan.
I think I'll meet them too. Wow, this palace in Versailles is amazing.
Wait a minute, how did you get in here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Louis. I just wanted to know a bit about you. Your grandfather Henry sent me.
Oh, Henry sent you? Well, I am very amazing, I have to tell you that. I did so much for France, I can't even tell you what I did.
Wow, for how long have you been king?
So I started being king in 1643, and that was pretty great. I also cancelled the Edict of Nantes that my grandfather Henry IV made in 1598. That said that those awful Huguenots actually had rights? What the freak is going on?
Wow.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Well, why is your palace so fancy?
So I wanted to show off how rich and amazing I was so the whole world could see it. I also, to take away my noble's power, I had them stay with me so I could keep an eye on them.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's very clever of me.
Well, thank you.
Wait, but I haven't told you how I'm l'état estomac yet.
Hello, who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Galileo Galilei.
Hello, nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you too.
So what exactly did you do?
So I'm a scientist, and so I invented the Celatone telescope, which helped me look at Jupiter's moons a lot. I don't know if you knew Jupiter has a moon. It's not really common knowledge. I also sort of gave evidence for the heliocentric theory, and that's the theory that the sun is the center of the solar system and not the Earth. The only issue is a lot of people in my time thought that the Earth was the center, based off of their religion. So I'm not very popular with a lot of people.
Wow, that's very interesting. I only knew that Earth had one moon. I didn't know about Jupiter, and I didn't even know about the heliocentric theory.
Yeah, so I named the moons of Jupiter after me. They're called the Galilean moons. I also more specifically named them Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto.
Wow, that's so interesting. I never knew that. Thank you.
Oh, that must be my friend Johannes Kepler.
Hi, who are you?
Hi, I'm Riley. Who are you?
Nice to meet you, Riley. I'm Johannes Kepler.
I've learned so much about you.
Oh yeah, I created the laws of planetary motion and the Keplerian telescope.
Oh wow, what else did you do?
I was also born prematurely, and my mother was tried and accused of witchcraft.
Wow, that's right. What other scientists made important steps like you?
Well, there's another scientist from England called Francis Bacon, and he created the scientific method, which has helped me and a lot of other scientists out.
Wow, that will help me on my final.
That's great. I'm sure he's going to be very excited that his ideas are spreading so quickly.
Thanks so much for the information. I'll let you guys work now.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so if you have 2 religions in your land, the 2 are going to cut each other's throats. But if you have 30, they're going to dwell in peace. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just wanted to hear about your ideas.
Are you some French authority trying to arrest me?
No, of course not.
Okay, so fine, I'll tell you about my ideas. One of the things I don't believe in is the Christian church. They've gone against so many of their core values in the past 100 years because everybody's just growing up prejudiced. From a young age, everybody's taught how to think and what to believe in and what religion to follow, and they're not thinking for themselves. So I think people should start thinking for themselves. I'm not trying to challenge authority, I'm just coming up with my own ideas.
So why are the authorities after you?
Because they think I'm trying to challenge them or fight the church.
Hi, who are you?
Hi, I'm Riley.
Oh, I'm Johannes Kepler. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. I've learned so much about you.
That's great.
Hi,
Hi, who are you? I was
so
just thinking
sorry.
about that one. That was so funny.
So Charles was Henry III's brother, so they were related.
No, just be like, hi, I'm Kepler.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just... Oh. What's happening? Excuse me, can you tell me what day is it? I need to go back to study for my final. No. Okay, wait,
Wait,
hold
let's
on.
just restart.
Yeah, let's just restart. Oh my god. I can't even play it.
Okay, yeah, we actually gotta get this film.
Okay, ready, set. Oh, I was already filming.
What's happening? Excuse me, could you tell me what year it is?
The year is 550.
Oh my gosh, I need to get back.
Feudal contract is where a serf like me and all my friends.
Hi sir, could you tell me what the date is?
Sorry.
Good, you seem so independent.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, who are you?
Crap, sorry.
712 rules up, Henry.
Go.
Wow, that's crazy. It seems like religion plays a big role in everyday life here.
It is. We use it to